Ladies and gentlemen, it is only day 2 of NBA free agency, and it seems like the Chicago Bulls have already won the free agency. Before I get into the content, you guys could leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn on post notifications. I am trying to hit 10,000 subscribers on this channel by the end of the year, so your subscription would be gratefully appreciated. Let's get into the video. Now, when I thought Russell Westbrook went to the Lakers, I thought that was going to be the craziest free agency move. When Lonzo Ball went to the Chicago Bulls, I thought that would be the craziest free agency move. But today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a sign and trade that Demar Derozan is heading to Chicago, and the Bulls are giving up Thaddeus Young, I think a couple first rounders and a second rounder. This Demar Derozan sign and deal will involve Demar Derozan getting a 3-year $85 million deal that is all guaranteed, and I'm happy for Demar. I didn't believe this at first because Hoop Central reported that about an hour ago that he was going to meet with the Los Angeles Clippers, which I didn't think was really going to happen because they already had Kawhi, unless they were counting on Kawhi possibly leaving, which I don't think is going to happen, but I'm not even going to get into that. So with this Demar Derozan trade, I think this is absolutely amazing. I feel like that Demar, Zach LaVine, and Lonzo Ball is going to be a scary big three, and they still have players like Patrick Williams, Nikola Vucevic, Kobe White. They just drafted AO, and to be completely honest, free agency is not over, so the Chicago Bulls could be making some moves. Now, I did say that if they just signed Lonzo, that there was no doubt in my mind that the Chicago Bulls were going to be a playoff team. But with this being said, I think the Bulls are definitely now a playoff team guaranteed. There's no way they are not a playoff team. So I'm just getting word right now that this is the full trade details. It is the Bulls getting DeMar DeRozan for 3 years, $85 million. The Spurs are going to be getting Thaddeus Young, Al-Farouq Aminu, a first-round pick, and 2 second-round picks. That is honestly not bad for DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan is, I don't want to say he's in his prime, but he's still a really good basketball player at the end of the day, and the fact that he was going to take a pay cut to play on the Lakers, it's just insane. Now, I'm not going to go out there and say that, oh, the Bulls are now the favorites in the Eastern Conference, but I definitely do think this is one of the steps they definitely did need to become back to Chicago basketball, because the Chicago Bulls have all the momentum right now in free agency, and I do not doubt that they're going to have an amazing season. I thought Lonzo and Zach LaVine hookups were going to be insane. Now you have DeMar DeRozan, and you still have Nikola Vucevic and Larry Markkinen. I'm still forgetting certain players. You have Alex Caruso, you have Dotson. That's a lot of, not even Kobe White, Patrick Williams. This is the moment that Chicago fans have been waiting for, and honestly, I am super happy for them. This man Zach LaVine has been doing all the work for Chicago, and he's finally gonna have a break. He's gonna have players that can also score the ball. He's gonna have other players that can do their own thing. I am so happy for him. And if I'm being completely honest, I don't think this NBA free agency for the Chicago Bulls are over. I don't know how much they can really improve and how much they can honestly get, but I think this is the best thing for them. Now, like I said before, obviously this team is not going to be the best team in the Eastern Conference right out the gate just because of the signings. Now, if I'm being completely honest, I think this team is I want to say 4th or 5th best team in the Eastern Conference. I think they will end up as the 4th or 5th seed. Honestly, I don't think the Bucks are going to go down. I don't think the Nets are going to go down, and just about that. That's really, honestly, I mean, maybe the Celtics, but I do see the Bulls having a pretty good season. I see them making the playoffs, but I really don't see them going past the second round. Not gonna lie, I think the icing on the cake would have been if the Chicago Bulls did end up signing Derrick Rose, which obviously we saw that he re-signed with the Knicks. I would have liked to see Derrick Rose go back to Chicago, especially with their team that they're building right now, and honestly, I'm happy for all the Chicago Bulls fans. I don't think though that it's gonna really change a whole lot in the Eastern Conference, but I definitely do see Chicago being a scary team, and who knows, they could really be a team that if they're on, they're on. Now, Lonzo definitely does change every team he goes to with his passing ability, his IQ. Zach LaVine is arguably one of the best scorers in the league. DeMar DeRozan is an amazing defender and an amazing scorer as well. Nikola Vucevic and Larry Markkinen, some of the best big men that I think that you could put together as a duo, and I'm excited for this team. Patrick Williams also, he's still really good. So the bench of the Chicago Bulls and their whole rotation is something that I don't think we've seen in a while, where we have a kind of a situation like, I don't want to say the Phoenix Suns because I don't want to sound like that guy, but you had a player like Booker, someone that was doing all the scoring, and then you got a big man like Nikola Vucevic, obviously Ayton's a lot younger, and I think he's better than Vucevic, but then you got a point guard like Lonzo, aka CP3, that is a really good passer, and he's also a really good scorer when you need him to be. You got a young power forward with Larry Markkinen, and for the Suns, Cam Johnson. You have some good rotation players, and for me, I think that is the most important thing for Chicago. If you're going to tell me that they have Patrick Williams, Kobe White, Alex Caruso, and Dotson as the 9 out of those 9 players, and obviously there's going to be some other players that don't really play that much, that's insane to me. I think that's crazy, and I'm so happy for Chicago. With this being said though, I just want to make a quick little video talking about my thoughts. Now, I guess I can talk about the Chicago Bulls in free agency. I mean, I don't know what else to talk about. I mean, they've made some of the craziest moves, and yeah, the Lonzo Ball one, some people think it's kind of small. I thought it was a really big deal, and obviously this Demar Derozan one is definitely one I am so pumped about. And for me, I'm excited to watch Chicago this year. Chicago is definitely a team that I do like to root for every now and then, because I've always liked Chicago. But with that being said, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys do leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn on the post notifications. If there's any more NBA free agency news that is big enough, I'm definitely going to be making a video about. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Have an amazing day. Take care. Peace.